Hello there. In this video I just want to give a brief explanation of the green mechanic at Dhuum, along with a short demonstration of how to do it properly. And the first thing to note is that while you're up in the air, you have exactly 4 ways to move. That is forward, backward, left and right. Even though it sounds logical that you could float up or down, you actually can't here. So you can just be on the plane where you are. You can't catch orbs that are above or below you. That's the first thing. If you try to go after orbs that are not in your plane, you're just going to waste time. So remember that. The second thing is you need to collect 5 orbs, otherwise you die. And if you touch the middle, you also die. And you have no time to waste at all in the air. You have only about 11 seconds in the air to collect the 5 orbs. So at the start, when you're just learning, you will fail a few times. That's okay. And with time, you'll get faster at collecting 5 orbs. The next thing to note is that these orbs are not actually where they seem to be. Like if you follow one orb, if you glide through it, you will miss it, because each orb is slightly behind where it seems to be. Like this orb here that is floating is maybe here, back here. So just by flying through it, you will miss it. What I like to do is I stay closer to the middle than the orb and float towards it. Then I'm guaranteed to hit it because we collide at some point. So I always go from the inside to the outside. That's the first thing, and I maybe just show you once. So I have to trigger the fight, and now I need to survive. At 9:30 we will have the first green, and now I'm up in the air, and you can see like I go to the middle and glide towards it, so the orb pops. 2, 3, 4, 5, and we managed to do it. Now it looked a lot cleaner and easier than it's going to be for you, because I've done it hundreds of times and you will still have to learn it. And as I said, that's okay. So that's the one job you have, is getting 5 orbs up in the air. The second job is you have to collect one big orb, because the reason for that is these small orbs are just like the small spiders you saw them down here. So for every small spider orb that reaches the middle, one small spider will spawn here. That's okay, we don't care about those. Then there are some middle-sized orbs. They are going to spawn flesh golems. The flesh golems are not a real problem because we have a kiter handling them down here. That's okay. The really mean things are the big skeletons, the enforcers. They are spawned by the big orbs. I say big orb, but it's not much bigger than the small ones. It's just slightly bigger. That's the only distinction. And your job as a green person is that you will collect this big orb. If the big orb enters the middle, it will spawn a skeleton over here. And this skeleton will start attacking the Reapers, our friends. And once they kill it, we wipe. But we are tanking over here. So what we have to do was send the group over to this side, clear the Reaper, then return to the boss. And if the second big orb gets missed by the second green, the next enforcer will spawn over here and attack this one. And it gets more unpleasant and more unpleasant as time goes by. It's really important that you catch this big orb. And luckily, you don't have to guess where to get the big orb, because it always spawns in the same place. I actually collected the big orb before. When I go up here, the big orb is going to spawn over here. Somewhere over here. If I go up here in this green, the big orb will be somewhere over there. And for this green here, it's somewhere over here. So it's always like a third of the circle, maybe over here. a third of the circle to the left. So you face towards the middle and you orient yourself left and go get the big orb. That's your number one priority. And then also catch for smaller orbs. But get the big one. That's really important. And we will GG whenever you fail that one because it's going to mess up everything. Now I'll show you again how to get the big orb, how to recognize it, and then we're good to go. Right. This one. And you see this big orb here, that's the one we're going to get. And I go outwards. Okay, now the Reaper died, but I'll show it once more. How to get it, then you have really seen it. Let's talk to this Mina. It's a bit difficult to practice this alone because, well, the Reapers will just die. And I might die. So let's not have that here. I think it's going to die again. Yes. But okay, we go outwards to catch it. And I stuff this. Okay. Now I can go up. The big orb, you see it? I avoid the center. I get the big one. And this is a medium orb there to prevent a messenger spawn. And I also caught that one. So that's basically how you do it. So you go up, you turn left, you get the big orb, and collect 4 other ones to survive.